Hello and welcome to a new video series on my channel. I will call this the Lambda of the Month series. And yeah, as it is a new one, please write down below what you think about it. So the basic purpose of it is to make people more aware of predefined lambdas you either use in your general work or in Excel Esport competition, and to bring people closer to using them, and to also share some of my lambdas in more detail. I will try to only use the most useful lambdas. So yeah, you can build, as I will link all the lambdas, including the code below, a collection also with my lambdas, but I've also shared a previous version of basically a lot of my lambdas. I will link the video of it in the corner up there so you can watch it. But yeah, let's jump right into it. The lambda for this month is Indirect Easy. It's one of my general lambdas and only two arguments, a sales argument and a SheetNames argument. And why is this an easier indirect? Because if you might know or might not know the indirect function, but in the indirect function, you cannot work with multiple inputs. It does not even has to be an array. It can be also a range. It will not work here. Simply plain text cell references. And here the normal mode is to use, for example, a map function, and then lambda a indirect a. Or is this also eta reduced? Let's see. Yeah, it will also work eta reduced, but as you see, it's more to work with. And therefore, I created the Indirect Easy Lambda, because with the Indirect Easy Lambda, you can simply use easy and you have the same result in a single lambda. And it will also work with SheetNames. If I put it in quotation marks, as you can see here, it's basically the same as here. And you might know that with the normal indirect function, you have to both put either, if it's a name with no space, the expression sign in there, which you do not need with Indirect Easy. And if it's a multi or a name with a space in between, you have to also put in this sign here, the single quotation mark, which is like a burden if you do not know. But with Indirect Easy, you do not have to worry. It will also work with those quotation marks here, and it will not only work with multiple cell references, but also with multiple sheet names. So I use here vstack, and it will then turn out this is sheet A, and this is sheet A space A, and put this out as an array. And what is under the hood? Let's edit lambda. Yes. Let's take a quick look so that you actually know what this lambda is basically doing. So first I have concatenated if of the multiple possible ways. If, for example, it's only one sheet name, or if it's no sheet name, then it's basically a map of cells and indirect. The method I've shown you before. If the sheet name is 1, then we put in the, because then if sheet name is omitted, then it's the actual sheet you are on. Otherwise, we're using the single quotation marks and the expression sign and combine it with the cells that are mapped. And if there are multiple sheet names, then it's a little bit more complicated. and we're using here a reduced method because the map function will not work with multiple dimensions and cannot spill. So we're therefore reducing it. But yeah, super useful function. I've used it a lot because actually always using a map and then indirect is a little bit boring. Therefore, I've created this Lambda, which it might be helpful also for you. So thank you for your attention. Write down below what you think about the series, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye, and next month, of course.